In a small town shrouded in darkness and mystery, lived a notorious killer named Cal Doran. He was known for his cunning and merciless ways, taking the lives of those who crossed his path. One fateful night, Cal Doran came face to face with Ethan, a humble and unsuspecting victim. As Cal Doran raised his weapon, ready to strike, Ethan pleaded for his life. Little did they know that their encounter would take an unexpected turn. In a flash of blinding light, both Cal Doran and Ethan found themselves engulfed in a magical aura, their fates intertwined by an unknown force. As the light subsided, Cal Doran and Ethan realized that something extraordinary had occurred. They were both still standing, but their physical appearances had changed. Cal Doran possessed a newfound power, a dark and sinister aura that emanated from him. Ethan, on the other hand, had transformed into a spectral being, existing between the realms of the living and the dead. Confused and startled, the two men tried to comprehend the situation they found themselves in. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Gregor, a mysterious sorcerer who revealed himself as the orchestrator of their magical transformation. Gregor explained that he had bound their destinies together, granting Cal Doran a twisted power that amplified his skills as a killer, while granting Ethan an otherworldly existence with unique abilities. In exchange, they were to serve his dark purposes, forever connected as hunter and hunted. However, Cal Doran did not realize the true cost he would have to pay later on. From that day forward, he resumed his murderous spree, utilizing the newfound magical powers bestowed upon him by Gregor. He sought revenge against his enemies and terrorized the townspeople with his heinous crimes. With each new victim he claimed, he felt the magical force within him grow stronger. Meanwhile, Ethan, believed to be killed by Cal Doran, had magically transformed into an ethereal creature dwelling in the shadows. This new state granted him the ability to perceive hidden things and understand the magic that was being used. Over time, Cal Doran began to sense something strange happening within him. The magical power he had acquired started to overpower his senses, threatening to consume his mind completely. He began experiencing terrifying visions and hearing strange voices, with the urge to kill dominating his every breath. In the midst of this, Ethan encountered Cal Doran in a dream. Speaking in a hushed voice, he said, "I know what has happened to you. I am the one who transformed you into this shadowy creature. You have the power to free yourself and reclaim your identity." Lured by the idea of reclaiming his identity and ridding himself of the cursed power, Cal Doran agreed to join Ethan in his mission to confront Gregor. They embarked on a journey to uncover the truth and gather information about Gregor and his magical abilities. They traveled through dark lands and enchanted forests, interrogating magical creatures and consulting wise sages. As they progressed on their journey, they uncovered mysterious secrets about Gregor's power and his true intentions. Cal Doran and Ethan finally reached a massive castle deep within the dark forest. Inside, they faced a series of treacherous trials and challenges set by Gregor for anyone attempting to reach him. They surpassed death traps and faced imminent danger, utilizing their transformed abilities to overcome the evil forces that tried to stop. After overcoming all the trials, Cal Doran and Ethan finally reached the throne room in Gregor's castle. There, they confronted a horrifying sight. Gregor had transformed into a massive beast, awaiting their arrival with ferocity. Cal Doran and Ethan launched a fierce attack against Gregor, utilizing their magical abilities to the fullest. Despite being outnumbered and sustaining injuries, they refused to surrender. They fought relentlessly, as the castle crumbled around them. Finally, Cal Doran and Ethan managed to defeat Gregor and overcome his evil influence. As they defeated him, the curse that bound them began to unravel. Cal Doran's powers returned to normal, and Ethan regained his human form. However, they decided not to exploit the magical power bestowed upon them by Gregor. They had learned a hard lesson about greed and manipulating magic. After their arduous journey, Cal Doran and Ethan returned to the small town. They presented themselves as heroes and defenders of the weak. They used their magical abilities to protect the people and ensure justice prevailed. The town transformed completely under their care. Safety and peace became the prevailing forces in every corner. Over the years, Cal Doran and Ethan became a legend passed down through generations, recounting their heroic deeds and bravery in the face of evil. And thus, the story of Cal Doran and Ethan, the killer and the killed, came to an end. They lived a life filled with adventures and sacrifices. They used their magical powers wisely and justly, proving that evil was not an inevitable fate but could be fought and conquered. With the conclusion of their story, the question remains, can magical power truly change people for the better? Or is it merely a means to an end? The tale of Cal Doran and Ethan teaches us that true strength lies in using these powers for the benefit of good and justice, and that courage and sacrifice are the foundations for